2 days.
Oh, those were reasonable and sexy.
I think yours was. Mine was a little lackluster, I'll say.
So, once again, big elephant in the room. This is not the normal room. What the fuck's going on here? This is Guerilla episode.
Where are the microphones?
Guerilla episode 1.
Nothing like an episode 20 anniversary with a Guerilla episode.
This can't be 20. This can't be 20. This has to be 19.5 and or Guerilla episode 1.
Okay, we'll do 19.5 is good. We'll do 19.5.
And or barely doing it. Barely succeeding. Barely trying.
I think barely succeeding is or barely getting by.
I mean, do I just pour mine out? Like, do I try and like get some in my mouth, like with a pour and get the color that way?
Let's do it for posterity's
sake.
I mean,
it might go all over. I'm scared. I'm very scared.
You'll be just fine. John Deere will keep you safe.
Well, yep. I did a little spillaroos, a little spillerino on myself. That's okay. What do you have over there?
So here, let's see, where am I gonna start with this thick guy right here? All right. I'm just gonna start off just with the front. I think the name is. This is a weird can. All right, we're just going with this. So old Grizz here's been. I've been a traveling bears. Because I've driven across the Great Plains of Skinwalker territory. Oh Lord.
We're good. I collected the phone. We're back. Don't worry. Barely succeeding.
Barely getting by. So I traveled a bunch of states to get to Washington, and one of the states I went by is a very interesting state. It's a beautiful state that likes to do the fenty lane, the fenty pole, however you want to say it. This right here is, I don't know how to say this word.
Oh, I'm dying to see it.
Because I don't think is this how you spell buoy?
Yes.
Yeah, I've now learned that I've never seen buoy spelled out.
Like the thing that bobs up and down.
I've never seen it. Yeah, BUOI or OY. Look at that, illiterate. Buoy Beer Company, Astoria, Oregon.
Now that you've called it into question, I'm wondering if I don't know how to spell it, and that's in fact wrong.
Yeah, so whether this is wrong or right, who am I to judge Oregon's spelling capabilities? This is a double IPA called Taller Buoy, allegedly. It's brewed and canned by Buoy Beer Company, allegedly. Astoria, Oregon. It is a premium pale in... Okay, this double IPA is premium pale in Munich malts, top fermented, Centennial, Idaho 7, and Chinook hops. It's an 8.7, 65 IBU. Recycle a buoy. Recycle, goddamn. I'm fucked up today. Recycle a buoy.
Recycle the buoy. Well, that sounds good. I would drink it. Yeah. I would drink every last bit of that tall boy.
I fucking struggled with it. You know, recycle. Recycle a buoy.
So, so while you're enjoying that delicious Oregonian beer over there, We have another treat over here from our friends at Flying Monkeys. I cannot for the life of me remember if I've done this on the show yet. I've definitely had this in the past. This is Quantum Uggs. Quantum Uggs Coddle IPA. So the Quantum Hugs Cold IPA is a 6.1. The answer to the question lies within the question, embracing both synopsis and creation. Soft clouds float above a bright golden body, hovering in a neural net of quirky hops. And then, as always, you have just insane fucking psychedelic art.
The psychedelic art matches it perfectly because I don't know if this connection thing is gonna translate to the recordings. I don't think so because it's like isolated recording, so I think it's gonna be fine. But I'm just saying on this end, I feel like I'm in that psychedelic art right now.
Oh no, you're having trouble hearing me?
Quantumception. Yeah, but I've had drunk friends. I've deciphered things along my years. You know, I think we'll be all right.
It's interesting because you're like crystal clear for me.
Damn. Oh.
Like beautiful, snappy 4K video. I can see every one of your beard hairs. Your voice is just bellowing at me like a little angel bear.
I like the idea of being a little angel bear. Because you know what, I feel like I've just been a canary in the coal mine. Or you know, I've been an agent of chaos. As soon as I came to old Seattle, I had a freedom bird land on a mariner.
Yep, I did see that.
Russia had an earthquake and they blew up, and that which led to a tsunami that might take out our boys in the old Hawaii.
What a time to be alive.
And the tiger, really. You know, and I think it's just a disturbance in the force that I'm out of Texas for too long.
Yeah, I think the balance is adjusting, and the world at large had to shake itself because it didn't know what to do without your grandiose presence in Texas. Texas, while normally bigger, is a little bit smaller now. A little bit smaller with that old Grizz.
That was the sweetest thing anybody's ever told me in my life.
Well, now I don't know.
You're like a nice. He was dapper too, so I can't say a dapper. You're a nice, cunning Ernest Hemingway.
That's high praise. But the real question is, did old Hemingway drink his beers while riding a John Deere? That's the real question. What was Hemingway on? Just a desk, like an animal?
He probably was on an actual deer, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Or a deer named John. I think he's just on a deer named John.
All right. What's your favorite Hemingway? And or least favorite Hemingway?
Yeah. Let me make sure I'm getting this passage correctly, because it's specifically my favorite.
All right. While you're finding that, I hate Old Man in the Sea.
Oh yeah, I kind of actually honestly like retcon that out, to be honest.
And the main reason is it was one of those things that we were forced to read in high school, and I forgot about it till like 2 days before the assignment was due, and so I had to just like rapid fire read that, and I was like, I'm not a fucking old timey whale hunter. I don't care.
You know, but Old Man in the Sea, I like. I was never into like sea tales, like never. I would pick Old Man and the Seal versus Moby Dick, and I put those
That's
two
fair.
the same because there's old sea dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the one I know the most that I've like read a couple times because of school and stuff was The Sun Also Rises.
Mm.
Um, I admittedly never finished For Whom the Bell Tolls, but my favorite Hemingway because like sad fuck type thing is just was it A Farewell to Arms.
Okay.
Ain't
So
nobody get
like,
closure. It's just depressing. And you know what? If you know old Grizz, that's right up my alley.
have you ever seen the Game Changer TikTok where all the people are talking about it's like all three of them are pretending to be in a book club, but no one's really read the book. I feel like after we post this, like a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, like when you guys were talking about that, like I've never read any of them.
Yeah. Hemingway's one where it's like, outside of high school, did you really read any Hemingway?
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, like, because even when I read them, because I read them all around that time, and it was like reading fucking the Cadbury Tales. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on.
It's
The
like,
what tale?
was it like the Cadbury Tales or some shit like that, whatever the fuck the
All
things
right.
are?
I I love this because I'm hoping the Cadbury Tales are a real thing that I'm unaware of. My assumption, however, might be that you're talking about the Canterbury Tales. The Cadbury Tales would be like about the
Sure,
little chocolate Easter eggs.
sure.
And I
It's
just
like
really
it's
like
like
thinking there's just a
oh yeah,
thing about delicious chocolates. And it's just bears like chowing
that would
down
be
on
awesome.
chocolate Easter eggs.
That's much better than the fucking was it Cannonberry Tales? What is it?
Canterbury Tales.
Canterbury. Yeah, I fucking as you could tell, I fucking died, eyes
Oh,
glazed over,
I
freaking
I
getting through that in high school.
I also hated it, but I did enjoy. There's the one bit in that where there's like implied anal sex, and my teacher in high school was really prudish, so we're like, well, they clap the cheeks, and like the teacher lost their mind. It was great. It was great.
Yes. Did you ever have like a positive reading experience like in school, like books that stuck with you?
Ooh, that's
Like
a good question.
like
Um,
books that you had to read for a curriculum. Were there books that like actually stuck with you to this day? Be it like elementary, middle school, or high school. I'll leave out college because it's a little different. But
yeah.
like just grade school.
Um, we had to read Siddhartha by Herman Hesse in high school, which I loved. Still love that to this day.
Which is fun. Just funny because it's one
Um,
book I've never read.
I we so not a book, but one thing that I did like have assigned in high school that I still like is any E. Cummings poems because I always liked authors that were just like counterculture, and he was clearly just like fucking with the system before the system was even a thing. Like, nah, I'm not
Yeah.
following your stupid grammar rules. I'm going to pretend my keyboard is a grasshopper being jumping around on it, and that's why I'm going to write my shit so weird. I'm like, what a bizarre reason to write the way you do. I fully approve of this.
Cummings isn't bad.
How
It's
about you?
cool.
What's
Poem
popping
I
out in
got
your?
a poem. Uh, so I have a handful, but as far as poets go, I had to read a lot of Robert Frost for like English classes, and I can't stand Robert Frost.
Is he
The thing is, he's actually a
the
really
road
good poet.
diverges in the woods guy? Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Fuck you,
actually
Frost.
not a bad poet. But like, it's just I don't know, man. It's just so. I actually learned a lot when we were like forced to like dissect the poems, his poems, and I learned a lot about poetry with that in class. But it's just I don't know, man. There's just something about it that just feels so like clinical. Maybe it's because the teachers like dissect the shit, you know. So maybe like that kind of ruined it for me a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, but as far as books, and they're not even like they're not life changing books, but books that genuinely stuck with me, where I can recount listening to like reading them. Because the way this classes I was working, we would read the books during like the downtime, and then we would have the chapter thing where it was like they read along to it, like they had like the tape, the audio book basically that we would read along with, and then the teacher would interject here and there, and then we would all talk about it and shit, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the way we did it. And then if there was a movie, when we finished the book and finished all the assignments of the book, we watched the movie, and it was dope as fuck. If there was a movie, right? There wasn't always a movie. But anyways, the books that really stuck with me that I can like remember vividly was one was like called Daniel's Story, and it was like a book about the Holocaust, and that's probably what like sparked my like 20th century freaking like fascination when I was little, because it was like it followed this kid named Daniel who was his family obviously was were Jews. They were forced into the thing before they went to concentration camps. They went to the ghettos, and so half the books are life in the ghettos, and it's like the whole gold star thing and all that, and it's like the love story. He sees a girl that like he falls in love with a little girl there. They're like young, it's like young teen love. You know what I mean? Kind of think all anime, romance anime, right? So it's like that. It goes there. They go to a concentration camp. They survive it. Like you know what I mean? It's a really good book. It's the only book that I've ever read about like that era that also included like life in the ghettos before the boxcars and concentration camp stuff. So it's just one that always stuck with me. And like, because there's just a lot of parts. Because there was a thing where like they would find broken glass and then like try to shave to try to look kept, so they looked more lively, and they would like slap their cheeks so the cheeks would be rosy, so they don't look like they're getting sick to the guards, And then like they would eat water and potato peels, skin soup, kind of stuff, and that would get them through. And I remember specifically the scene when once they got saved and they got food, and a lot of people were gorging themselves and like dying because because of the influx of food. So like the dad was getting after him to make sure he only ate a little bit even though he was hungry, kind of stuff.
Shit, yeah.
There's just a lot of little things in it that stuck with me. Like that one, the fucking Outsiders was another one that I really liked. When I read The Outsiders for the first time. After that, like because I think we were in 6th grade, so in gym we'd always have some dumbass shit run out. Let's do it for Johnny, So like that in 5th grade there's a book Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, and that's like the whole like segregation era.
Oh, okay.
Book stuff. It's a really good book. Yeah, those books are. Oh, and then it's like called Touching Spirit Bear. I think I read it in like 6th grade or 7th grade.
I'm basically with the bear.
Kid, he's a fuck up. It's a good book. It's actually a really good book because it's made for like young teens, but it's a book where there's a kid. I think his name's Cole. He's on like Indianapolis or Minneapolis, some shit like that. He's a fuck up. He like fucks up this kid. He's like bullies kids, fucking beats up this kid to fucking pulp kind of thing. He's gonna get sent to fucking juvie. They get him into this program to not send him to juvie. They send him to fucking Alaska, and it's like this wilderness survival thing. And so basically, he has to like they're basically breaking down his fucking spirit because he's like, I ain't doing shit you're doing. Like, screw you, fucking Native American, right? Guy, I ain't gonna listen to your fucking mumbo jumbo shit. And he's like, bet, let's see what the wilderness teaches your ass, right? And so like he basically like Karate Kid Mr. Miyagi's him on certain stuff, and then after that they strip him and then give him a knife and push him out into the Alaskan wilderness. And so like it's him surviving that basically, into where he has to find his like totem, right? Like his guiding animal. And so touching spirit bear is basically him kind of figuring that out. Like, and so it's him fixing his shitty ass life and attitude through grit and near death experience by surviving in the Alaskan wilderness.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah,
it's a really
that'd
good
be
book.
right up my alley. That'd be right up my alley for sure.
And then Green Eggs and Ham.
Green Eggs and Ham is solid. Our boy Theodore Geisel with those sweet. The Lorax is clearly the best one though.
It really is. He also sent Daniel to the ghettos. He was pro Daniel in the ghettos.
Well, the Sneetches, they needed some people to get in. If you want the star on your belly, you got to cap someone.
Sneetches were dope. I actually fucking love Sneetches.
Yeah, Sneetches are pretty cool. Yeah, that was good.
You know, one of the things, maybe the popular opinion, real quick. You know the How the Grinch Stole Christmas book. Do you remember the cover of the old one? It's a red cover.
The one I had for the Grinch is actually the one with the gold binding, and it was just it was the hand reaching over and grabbing the ornament.
Interesting.
That was the one
I always saw like in libraries as a kid. The one I always saw in libraries as a kid all the time. My first experience seeing the Grinch, because I read it with fucking Dr. Seuss when I was a little kid, was a red cover, white oval in the middle, and it had the Grinch like this, like, you know what I mean, with fucking Birdman hands, like plotting. And the Grinch was white.
Oh,
the Grinch was green. He was just completely white, and he had like. And so for me, I was like, oh, the Grinch is white, and then when I watched the animated Grinch movie, I was like, what the fuck is this guy green? He's white. And so that bothered the shit out of me when I was a kid. But then I really liked the movie, or like the Jim Carrey movie and the animated movie.
Yeah, they're both good. The Grinch is fun. The Grinch is a fun story. While you were listing yours, one did pop in my head. Another one that we had assigned that I loved, not only because I liked this book, but because it introduced me to the series, was Ender's Game.
So Ender's Game, I never dived into, but I've had friends like throughout like high school thing that like loved it.
So Ender's Game, like the original one, Ender's Game, like in that, like, Ender is young, so it's like, I think that's why they assign it to you in high school, because like he's a teenager, and it's good, but that one's like very much just like kind of a sci-fi action-y novel. The next three in that Ender's, they call it the Ender's Quartet. It fast forwards because there's like a spoilers, guys. The 50-year-old book. They time travel because he gets sent to another planet where the aliens that were attacking Earth in the first thing live. And the next three books are just like insane ethical dilemmas. Like, it's just nonstop ethical dilemmas, and it follows him and his siblings, who are just like very briefly mentioned in the first one, become like active protagonists in the next few. And it was the first books I remember thinking like, damn, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, he's very good at crafting things where, like, you and I have talked a lot about over the years how, like, we're pretty good at seeing both sides of a scenario.
Yeah.
And, like, I would credit that entire series with my ability to look at things like that. Because the situations in that series are very, like, goddamn, like, that's rough either way. And you can kind of, like, yeah, I can see why a person would make that choice. It seems shitty, but, like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because like that sounds like right up my alley. Like any like moral ambiguity kind of thing, it's usually something I like lean really heavily into.
Like, do Cliff Notes for Ender's Game and then read the next three. Like, the next three are all fantastic.
Yeah, might.
You an Asimov guy at all?
Weird downtimes.
Like iRobot, Isaac Asimov, that guy?
I would say no overall. Yeah, no. When you said iRobot, because I thought Will Smith ultimately went to fucking what was the other one? I Am Legend, right?
Yeah.
Because he went to I Am Legend, and like I was like, no, but I did read that book. But yeah, so Asimov, no. Because what else did he write? Because outside of iRobot, because iRobot I never actually read.
I don't know. I just know he's prolific. I never read a lot of his stuff, but I know a lot of people like him if they like sci-fi.
Yeah, and I got too into him. Did you read the original iRobot? Did you read the I Am Legend?
No, but I've heard it's fantastic, and that the movie
it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the movie kind of like ruined
absolute shit. And the thing is, like, I saw the movie before I read the book, right? And when I first saw the movie, I was like, oh, it's a good movie. I like the movie. Oh, my Lord. I feel like I'm in a freaking music video right now. I was like, because I watched the movie was great, and I thought it was good. But I heard people like, oh, this shit sucks. And I was like, how can you say this movie sucks? It's a good movie. There's touching parts of it. And then I read the book, and I was like, I fucking am bitter about the movie now after reading the book.
Yeah.
Because it's such an amazing it's basically like, so like the whole, like, taken out of context with that Nietzsche quote, don't stare in the abyss too long, right? Because like, the abyss stares back at you, like you'll be basically become the monster kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's basically that. So thing happens, contagion happens, whatever. The vampire type people come kill humans. Guy's trying to survive, right? Lost one life. He's killing the vampire type people to a life. He's killing the vampire society, right? He falls in love with this one girl he finds who's actually like a Blade Daywalker type, who's actually basically a vampire. Done. So like
basically
so he's
a vampire.
So she's maybe that he falls in love, all that kind of stuff. She basically there's a subset of group that become daywalkers, like Blade, and so she gets close to him, right? And so he leads him to the whole vampire society. He sees all this stuff, and basically, I Am Legend basically becomes that the hands of time have shifted so far to where humans are out, the actual society now was this vampire society, and him surviving, trying to protect himself, he becomes the fucking boogeyman in the night.
That's right. That's why I Am yeah.
Yeah, so he becomes the legend. He's the one, like, so for his society, like, there's this being that kills us. So the kids are terrified of him because, like, there's a monster that looks similar to us, but it's different. And he lives on his own, and he's basically like a hermit. And if you're caught here, he will kill you and he'll take you, right? Kind of thing. And so he becomes what the vampires were when the vampires first came. Now the vampire society is fully thriving, and now he is that monster.
That's
and so, like,
right.
that's the book. That is such a fucking amazing concept. The fact that they didn't really do that in the book or the movie makes me hate the movie. Because the movie by itself, if you don't read the book, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But knowing the book and seeing all that subplot and seeing all that kind of thing and like what you could do with that makes me hate. I don't hate the movie. It's still a good movie. It makes me resentful to the people that made the movie.
Yeah, like why did you skip the best part of the story?
Yeah, and because it went to, like, he was a legend because he saved humanity with it. It's like, cool, I guess, right? But like, do you know how much this movie could have stuck out, like, shined?
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was part of the era when movies were still assuming the audience is dumb as bricks.
There was a good portion of, like, what? late 2000, because what, mid 2000s to 2020, I guess, right? Close, or like 2016, or maybe even mid 2000s to now, like it got super sterile,
Yeah,
right? Like it was
I
either
would say,
remakes, this and that. Like it was,
yeah, I would say the movie industry from like 2004 to 2020 with no 21, like up until like right after COVID. Yeah, by and large, it was very sterile. Is the perfect word for it. They're just like, let's shit out the things that make profit, that we, minimal effort, people will go
yeah,
see it, like
yeah,
low
because
risk.
yeah, nobody wanted to take risk, right? Because it's like I think the comic book movie universe stuff like really changed it because it was like they got were uber successful, this and that. So
Yeah,
nobody would want to finance anything that wasn't a sure thing like those would be.
yeah,
And so everything was remakes. Everything was because like you think about movies in the '90s and how fucking out there they were.
yeah,
Like I don't see. You remember that horror movie? Was it Event Horizon?
yeah.
I don't see that movie being made now or in the
No,
last 10 years.
no, absolutely not.
Anything that's just weird. That's like you know what I mean. That's
Even,
just different. Like
even
yeah,
like,
that's,
can you picture Silence of the Lambs being made now?
yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Fucking, it's true. Or like Brazil. Thing is weird. Like shit. Like Brazil. Or was it Jacob's Ladder? Like shit like
Jacob,
that.
oh,
Like you know.
perfect example, dude. That movie scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid.
Same.
The like
And the thing
the
is like
scene where he's like has the fever and they're trying to shove him in the tub.
yes. Yeah.
Bro, I remember my dad was watching
But
it. And I was like hiding under a blanket. Like, why are they drowning him? Like, I don't like.
because there's like that scene, and then what's it's that real clinical scene, right? Like where it's like those two scenes are like fucking rough. And I remember being a kid, but it's all these like crazy IPs that like they don't have any backstory attached to them. Like I don't see them being made now.
No, no. Um, the one good thing is I think because of how many fucking streaming things there are now, I do think you're going to see a resurgence of like decent independent projects just because like they all want to have their own like their own exclusive content. So like Amazon has funded a lot of like interesting shit. Like I know we've talked about it before on the podcast, but like Saltburn's fucking weird, man. That's a weird fucking movie. And that's an Amazon movie.
Yeah, I didn't know it was an Amazon movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like another one
that is true. That is true.
Tubi. Tubi funds
Okay.
weird fucking shit.
Tubi?
Yeah. Do you know about Tubi?
No.
Tubi is like
Wait, Tubi
if you buy like
okay,
a Roku or a
yeah.
Fire Stick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's TUBI, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen it on Smart TV, especially like in Airbnbs and stuff like that. Like I've seen it, but I've never actually like gone on it.
They will fund really weird horror movies and really weird sci-fi movies.
Interesting.
Like Butt Boy.
But is that the infamous one where you suck people up his butt?
Yes. Dude, it's not a bad movie. Okay. It's not a bad movie. It's a pretty good movie.
That's funny. I can't say shit because like I like the shittiness of like Thanksgiving and then like Killer Clowns from Outer Space as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't say nothing about it.
What is it called? There's something that just came out, and apparently, if you like Thanksgiving and that kind of like campy, self-aware horror movie, it's like right in that wheelhouse. I think it's like Killer Clowns in the Field or Killer Cornfield Clown. I don't know, something with clowns.
I'll have to look it up because I love shit like that. I was thinking, so like that gets me thinking, right? Because I can think of old movies where they're like out there, this and that. What's one of the last movies you thought you watched where it's like that, where it's different, whether it's the where you like the movie. It doesn't have to be the best movie, whatever, but it's like you liked the movie and it
Yeah.
was where it's different and it's out there and it's like still like, for your taste good.
Um, the last one I can remember watching, and immediately it felt different, and I was like, "Oh, this is a unique thing," and immediately I was like, I like this. It's special. It feels weird. Is Hereditary.
Hereditary. See, Hereditary is an interesting one. Uh, I think I went into it super critical already because I heard things about it, and then seeing some of the ritualistic stuff, I'm like, eh.
Mm.
And then also the little girl, I hate the little girl. And then it
Little
was
Girl
like
is awful.
watching it again later, and then like removing my things that annoyed me about it from it, and then like being able to kind of just see the little Easter eggs here and there. I'm like, made me like it more. Or I'm like, okay, I understand it now why people like it so much.
Yeah.
Hereditary is an interesting one to me.
Another one that came out, I think this year, is 40 Acres. Oh, that's a lovely color.
40, 40 acres.
Yeah,
I
so
don't think I heard
40
of that.
Acres. 40 Acres is a. Oh, okay. So this is newer, so I'm going to try and not give it all away, but just give a premise. So it's set in a post-apocalyptic world where famine happened because like all the crops kind of died out. So you have
Yeah, me
most
and
people
Mal.
have been wiped out because there's no food left. So rather than like zombies, you have a lot of people that have turned to cannibalism just because they're fucking hungry and they're starving.
Mm,
So they're still normal people, but they're just like they're cannibals. So they're willing to eat people.
yeah,
Animals, so
yeah.
like cows, deer, things like that, they have been affected by the virus that decimated the crops. So the
Mm-hmm.
movie follows this one family. Um, it's a really cool cast. It's a primarily Black and Native American cast, and they have a farm in Canada, and it's just them kind of protecting their land because they had managed to get this amount of land that is free of the virus. So they're still growing food, and they can sustain themselves. And it's just this really cool, like small family and kind of extended family defending themselves from this horror that is their plight
Scourge.
with the modern
Yeah,
virus and stuff. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
So
definitely
does it?
recommend
To
that.
me, yeah. So to me, so like maybe without giving spoilers, like to me that setup gives like way for this perfect kind of thing of like because with zombies like they're people whatever but they turn to monsters, so like there's
Yeah,
this layer of disconnection. So but
yeah,
these people are still just people that are just very hungry. So is
yeah.
there like this kind of like mortal struggle, like this ethical struggle like between the people and those people, or is it completely just dehumanized, like these are not people anymore?
They it's not where like they could have taken the ethical dilemma further, but it's certainly far more the villains are far more human than they are in your typical apocalypse movie. They're
Gotcha.
generally evil because there's also like kind of a
Like
sidebar. White
bandit kind
people,
of
you might
things.
not like it that much. There's kind of weird race element to it.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
by the way, I'm like shooing away a fly and a bee the whole night. I'm not making like weird hand gestures into what I'm saying because I realize I've been doing that the whole time.
Gotcha. So it's all right. Okay. So I'm glad I like know that because like when there's stuff like when it's like where it's like obviously on the nose, stuff I'm always like eh. But going into it and knowing it, I'm like okay, I can like not like put that apart because like it's so when stuff's like too on the nose, like when you know who's directing it or you know what I mean, I'm like
Yeah.
all right, guy,
Yeah.
cool, like you know, it's when it gets a little thing. But the
It's not
premise is
bad.
awesome. It reminds
It's not like no, I don't think anyone's going to be offended unless you're just like
yeah.
It's worth watching.
Yeah. It reminds me of did you ever watch that one series that's like Love, Death and Robots?
I've heard a lot about it. I've never seen it. The art looks cool.
Well, the thing with it is that all the art on all the episodes are different. Like it's not like it's episodic. It's not this continuous thing. It's not like Black Mirror either, where like the text the same, so kind of links it together. It's basically just these standalone stories each episode, right? And they're like dark, they're crazy, they're cool, they're like you have everything from like this boot loop thing of this man trying to like kill this woman. You have things from like alien monsters being put into fight clubs where they're actually like you know what I mean? Like you have it's all this crazy thing. But there's this one episode where it's like the space farm and it's like in a terrarium type thing, right? Like where the glass dome is containing the atmosphere, so they're able to like farm in their farmhand. They're all ranch hands, but they're getting into like these freaking Metal Gear looking robot things, and they're fighting the fucking aliens to try to like protect their family and their farm. Like it's random shit. It's weird, but it's fucking great.
Damn, that sounds good.
I mean,
it sounds very good.
Kind of reminds me of that. Because the thing is, like every episode's different. Like it's one of those that's great because you can watch an episode and then just do whatever else later. Watch another episode, and you're not like ever missing anything because it's its own standalone thing. Each one.
I do like when series do that. That's always nice when you can put it down and like not feel like I gotta watch the whole thing this weekend.
Yeah. So it's a really great one. Like I think it's really good to watch because of that. But it reminds me of from what you're saying. It reminds me of that episode specifically because it's basically it's this family trying to protect their space farm from the alien scourge kind of thing, and it's really good. But yeah, it's funny because I was thinking when I asked the question, I was thinking of a specific movie, but when I think of the latest one because you had framed it like the most recent one, and it changed the movie because I watched one with the tiger that kind of was like, oh, this is really cool. I don't remember the name of the movie.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Actually, a phenomenal movie. We'll talk about that next episode. But Dakota Fanning is in this movie as an adult. Oh, no, but also I got the tiger to watch Man on Fire, which is like probably my favorite Denzel movie.
That's a really good Denzel movie.
It's my favorite Denzel movie of all time. Yeah, my favorite. Ooh, no, it's probably tied to be honest. Favorite Man on Fire. That movie made me love Dakota Fanning too because like just her and it's fucking great. But yeah, but Man on Fire, and then the next one, the other one is it's an older one, but fucking hold on, it's not called Time, it's called oh my god, Fallen.
That sounds really familiar. Does it have kind of like a horror movie font on the cover, like really thin letters, kind of like scratchy?
Yeah, so it came out in 1998. Yeah, and Hobbs is... Yeah, I mean, fuck, man, this movie's so fucking good. Okay, Fallen, Denzel Washington, 1998. The start of the movie is the bad guy is fucking Stabler from fucking SVU, right? He's the bad guy, right? So I don't know the guy's name, but he's Stabler from SVU.
Yeah.
The premise of the movie is he is being Denzel Washington's character watched. This is literally the first 5 minutes of this is no spoilers, and it also came out in 1998. So you know,
you're past the window. You're allowed to spoil the whole thing.
Yeah. So it's basically Stabler's serial killer getting put to death, right? Death penalty. The person that cop arrested him is Hobbs, which is Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington at the death watches him. The person, Stabler, was possessed by a demon, basically, right? And the way the demon transfers is by touch, kind of thing. And he's forsaken. He's putting Denzel's character.
I have seen this.
And so the movie is Denzel against this demon, basically.
Yeah, I have
just changes by cut, right? Like, such a good fucking movie.
Denzel is in a lot of good shit. He's in a lot of really good movies.
And he deserves all the accolades he gets.
He does. He really does. Man, that is a good one. I think my favorite is probably still... this is tough. It's probably still the original Equalizer.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good one. The thing is, for me, is like Denzel's bag is like action stuff's good, but Denzel's bag is where it's like super serious too, right? And so for me, Fallen is that. But the demonology stuff kind of really got me, like, 'cause I was really into it when I was like, younger. Sure. But the movie that captures that perfectly to me is Man on Fire.
Man on Fire is good. What about is it John Q? Is that the one where his kid's dying and he has to like get the money?
I believe so.
That's another. Oh, Flight is really good. Where's the pilot on with the coke problem?
Oh man, I forgot about that movie, like, the existence. Yeah.
Okay, we often talk about telling each other stuff after the episode. Please, when we're done, remind me to tell you a story about Flight.
All right.
Okay.
Random, maybe a hot take. I don't know. I'll remember that though. Thoughts on Training Day?
Honestly, man, it's you know how I feel about Training Day? The same way I feel about Scarface. There's a few scenes in it that I understand it and I like the memes, but overall I don't like the movie that much.
Same. See, I think Denzel's character there was great because obviously. So here's the thing where I'm conflicted with Training Day. Training Day is one of those movies that just, for me, I guess when I was younger, I watched it when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And then, so, like, I guess that a part of that stuck with me till now. Is that it was a very uncomfortable movie for me to watch. Right? Because of, like, Denzel's character, like, you're supposed to not like him, right? You're supposed to... He's not a good guy. He's a fucking piece of shit. Like, you're supposed to, like, feel all those things.
Yeah.
And so I never liked watching the movie because it's super uncomfortable for me to watch it. Like, when I first saw the clips when I was younger and then when I got older. And, like, that means he's doing a fucking perfect job. Because I watched it again, like, later, like, the whole life. I'm, like, 30. And, like, it's a good movie. And, like, he acts the part fucking amazingly. And then, obviously, like, the whole scenes, like, the King Kong and nothing on me, whatever, right? Like, good scenes and all that. But still, I guess part of my, like, when I first watched it, like, I still carry this level of, like, uncomfortableness of, like, watching the movie.
Yeah.
So, like, I still genuinely don't like the movie.
You know, it's funny you mentioned the King Kong scene, because So that's obviously, I think, the main scene that everyone thinks of from that movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have probably watched, between watching the movie itself and just watching that clip and versions of that clip and memes of that clip, literally dozens of times, I think is a fair number.
Yeah.
And every time, I'm shocked at the amount of spit that flies out of his mouth. It's always more than I remember. Coke is just like globbing. Like, I'm like, holy shit, man! How did you have that much saliva in your mouth?
It's so. I never thought about that, to be honest.
Every time I'm like, holy shit! It's way more than I remember.
That's so funny.
Denzel is basically the original Hawk Tuah girl.
That's true. You know what's also true? Because of Denzel, is that because of us reminiscing about that beautiful chocolate man, we didn't introduce our second beer.
Yeah, alright, what you got over there?
This one, be it time, be it alcohol, be it whatever, I am not sure if I had this beer was one I bought in preparation for 2B2B or a remnant of a 4-pack I bought for old 2B2B.
Mm-hmm.
So I am mildly certain that this is something I've had before on this show. So because of that, I am offering this as my next beer with the caveat of I may have had it already. But after drinking more than half of it, it is a fantastic beer. And I wonder if I have had it, if my rating is going to match it, or if me being thirsty in comparison to the first beer is going to change it. So this is going to be interesting. This right here, and maybe I'm just homesick too. Maybe I'm just homesick because this right here is from the beautiful Dallas, Texas. This is my main man, Celestial Beer Works. Second main man. Martin House.
Sorry, Martin House.
But Celestial is up there. Yeah, I love both the equally. All right. It's brewed and packaged in Dallas, Texas. Celestial Beer Works. This right here is a 10% triple IPA called Technical Skill Set. There's calculators.
Yes, we have
it
had
has
this.
Strata, which I love. Galaxy hops and Strata hop hash.
Yep.
It is a beautiful beer.
Yeah, you have had that, and you liked it before.
And I liked it because I'm leaning A minus. I'm leaning A minus as the floor.
I feel like you gave it an A, and I feel like you said A minus is the floor before. So I think you're a consistent bear.
This is the damn good beer.
All right. So over in my neck of the woods,
as good as. Oh, tell me.
We got another Flying Monkeys. This time it's an amber lager, and in good bear sync form, let me tell you. Algorithmic runs of toasty malt sweetness back acoustic flares of lemony laurel and floral Haltertuer hops. Again, that's Haltertuer hops, or I could be saying it wrong. In a shimmering body of marigold light, because your brain is already 85% song lyrics. This is raving loops of computer music. Two bears. All right, just that. Just loop it for like 30 minutes after that. This is also very good.
Flying Monkeys is
they just like
Martin House.
Every can they make, I would get as like a hoodie. All of their can art reminds me of Bape shit.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Which, by the way, that is the one brand, like the one like luxury, like, you know, like high-end brand that I always wanted as a kid. And I was just like, I can't fucking justify $600 for a hoodie. I'm not going to do it. But goddamn, did I love the color throughout things they made.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is like when you say shit like that, I'm like, yeah, I can totally get that. But when I think of like articles that I have, I'm like my pair of like the boots I wear are like $300 to $400. When I think about it, I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of money. I think like $300. Or am I tripping? The Red Wing Iron Rangers, like one of my favorite pairs of boots of all time. Like,
Yeah, they're probably
I know there's
350.
Let's see, Red Wings. What are we talking here? All right. While visiting, yeah. How much you gonna? Yeah, 350.
Damn, boy. Damn.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I had those boots for years. Beautiful, love them. Every bit of them.
Hold on.
Amazing boots.
You didn't tell me
Right.
you're showing off your drug dealer phone. We're both showing off drug dealer phones. Two of us can do that.
I ain't got my drug dealer. I'm on my phone right now. I'm on my.
Oh, you're on your drug dealer tablet.
What was it my yeah, my birthday present tablet right here.
Very nice. Very nice. Shit.
Yeah, that's. But yeah, I always I always run this thing of like, is it really? Because you know I have like some expensive watches and boots and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, but they get wear. I use them all the time. They're gonna last me forever. When I think of like that compared to like a name brand thing, that's like a lot of money. But I'm like, it's just fast fashion. It's going to mean shit anyway. Like that's stupid. But also in the same breath, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy these pairs of boots. That's fucking $350, which is crazy. When like you can buy a $100 pair of boots, they're gonna be great. You know?
Yeah. Dude, that being said,
But
certain things that I'm willing to spend on, boots are for sure one of them. Because like,
yeah,
like a lot of the like people that I respect the most in terms of work ethic, across the board, they all seem to think that like protect your feet and protect your back. So they'll spend money on a mattress and they'll spend money on good boots. And I think those are reasonable expenditures. Especially if you're walking around
to
a
me,
lot.
Yeah. Because to me, it's funny because like for me, it's like I agree with the mattress thing. Boots. The only thing I think is like willing where an exorbitant amount's worth it is boots. I mean, you know, but boots, a watch, and a coat are the only things to me that make sense for like an incredible amount of money. Everything else, I'm like, eh. Well, ooh,
Yeah.
And a fucking hat. Like you get a good like open road or a good Stetson, that's gonna put you back like $300 to $600. But it's just gonna last forever.
That's true.
And so those things, so boots, hat, coats, and like I would say for your luxury thing, a watch. But watches are for purposes too. So like, are they?
Yeah.
Did you ever wear watches before, like your Fitbit stuff and all that?
No.
No.
What?
Yeah.
I was never really into any sort of like watch or jewelry ball. Like, I get it. Like, I can totally wrap my head around it. I don't think it's a dumb thing. But I've pretty much since like college, I've generally had some sort of like fitness tracker because I am curious like how much I'm moving. I want to make sure like I do like knowing like if it's like 6 p.m. and I look and I'm like, oh shit, I've only moved like 5 miles. Like I feel like a piece of shit, and then I'll like go do something. But like I've never felt the need to get like a Seiko or a Rolex or anything. But like when I look at them, I'm like, I see why people like them. I get it.
Yeah, I'm very much like, you know, like have Seikos and have the things like watches, like quality watches. That's probably the one thing with me, like either that or like having a durable G-Shock and stuff. Where I've been like struggling with because I have my smartwatch for all the tracking stuff, and I like all of that, but also at the same time I've always been like, you know what I mean? Like there's just an air of difference, and I'm like, it kind of bothers. Where I'm thinking, should I go from a smartwatch to go back to my normal watch collection because I don't wear any of them anymore, and then just get like a Fitbit, and then just get like a Fitbit. Like I've been like going back in that because I'm like, I have it, and I'm kind of hoping that's more of like maybe if I can get a case that resembles a watch that I'm used to wearing, maybe that'll change it. But yeah, I've been going through that identity crisis as of late.
Yeah. Now the thing you could do, I don't know if you've considered this option. You go back to your nice designer watches that you already have. They make a lot of wearables for fitness tracking that are rings.
Ooh.
You could get one of those.
That's actually very tempting, actually.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like Fitbit-esque rings that do all the same shit. You can get the heart rate, you can get the steps, you can get all that stuff in a ring.
Interesting. That I like.
Yeah, because I've actually kind of considered that. One thing that drives me nuts about this is because, like, obviously at my job I'm moving stuff around a lot, like furniture, and sometimes we're going through like narrow hallways, and like to get a good grip where I'm like not worried about compromising the integrity of whatever, because sometimes I'm moving around like a $5,000 sofa. I don't want it to get hurt. And I'll bump my wrist on the wall, and I'm always like, God damn it. I look at the watch, and I'm like, did I scratch it or scuff it up? Luckily, like, this has pretty good glass on it, but if I had a ring, I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, see, that's also another thing. Like, if I break, I mean, I have. Luckily, the Tiger got me like a case for it because I had a rough ring on it, but the glass was still exposed. Yeah. Luckily, the Tiger got me a full case for it because I cracked the case already. So if the case was on, I would have cracked the watch. And same thing, right? Because like in my
that's how I feel about my phone. Because this is the first phone I've ever had with a screen protector, and I cracked the shit out of this thing.
That's how I got my phone. I cracked the shit out of the protector for the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like so that won't save me. At least like with a regular watch, I cracked the glass or whatever. Like to get like a sapphire jewelry, it's going to cost me 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks, depending 30 to 50 bucks, 60 bucks, depending on like where I go. But like I can at least get that just changed and it's easy, right? Yeah. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a smartwatch where I'm kind of fucked, and it's going to be a whole warranty thing. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I've been kind of going. But at the same time, with all that, I'm loving my smartwatch at the same time. So it's always.
I don't know. I don't know if I could not have one anymore. There's a lot of things I really, really like about it.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like, what got me thinking about it was when I was coming up here and I was packing up my watch collection. And I'm like, fuck, man, I love all these watches. I haven't worn them in so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm wearing this one. I wear this one every day. And, it's very plain, but, like, it is nice being able to see the date, the weather, my steps, being able to, like, control everything and see text and stuff. Like, it's like,
for me,
hard to beat.
The biggest one for me is the fact that you can, like, walk away from your desk at work and, leave your phone in the top drawer or whatever. Yeah. And you still, like, you get the bzz, bzz on your wrist, and then you're like, oh, I have a text. I need to, like, go check on whoever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. That's where I'm, like, saying things, right? So it's like, oh, son of a bitch.
And I don't know about you, but I don't know if you have yours set to the same thing, but I have mine where, like, if I'm inactive for, like, longer than an hour, it gives me a little, and it's like, hey, you're being a lazy piece of shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm being a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll start doing stuff. Because especially on my day
Yeah.
off, like I can get into like a habit of just like rotting, and I'm like, all right, time to get up.
I'm not into. I'm not into a habit of running. I rot on my day off. Right. So like, it's funny. I watched my tracking thing, and it goes from like I average between 10,000 to 15,000. Is usually where I average.
Yeah.
And so I go from 10,000 to 15,000, but my day off is like 1,000.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
And I'm like, oh fuck, this is my day to not do shit. And even when I plan to do shit, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing shit.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see now that you're there if you move around a little bit more.
I think I will, because one, I'm not driving to work anymore. I'm walking to work.
Yeah. But Seattle's just a very walkable city, and the weather's always nice.
Yeah, so I even see even like the drizzling thing. So what I'm looking at right now is finding a decent raincoat that I can just pack away in my like bag that I just always have if need be.
Yeah. Yeah,
But overall,
just get a poncho,
though, like
man.
that's what I was thinking, like getting a poncho.
Yeah, just get a poncho.
Just like a throw it over anything.
Yep,
so, but,
that's
like,
the way to go.
That's a big, honestly, and then like the national forest that's south of Seattle is fucking insane.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, a lot of it's because of the mountain, but like, when I was driving to Seattle again, because I did from Dallas to Seattle 2 days. Like I went from Dallas to Utah, like to Moab. It took me about 15, 16 hours.
Yeah.
15, 16 hours. And then Moab to Seattle, another 15, 16 hours. So by the time I got to like, I was in Washington, I'm like, fuck, I gotta do this. So I'm going through the fucking national forest on like the maps and stuff. And granted, I'm just following the flow of traffic. Motherfuckers are doing 70 to 80 the entire time.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm doing the same. But like, I was still in that motherfucker for like an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, for how like dense that shit is. Or like how like winding those roads are.
Yeah.
Because it was like, alright, I'm in Washington finally. I'm so close. But it's like, I was well over an hour doing 70 to 80.
Yeah.
And still like not out of the forest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit's wild.
Yeah, there's a couple of places we gotta go. There's a couple of places you must see. It's mandatory fun. And we'll have some gorilla beers when we do it. But probably I think the best drive a person can take if they're in Washington is looping to the other side of the Puget Sound and going up by like Port Angeles, Port Orchard, all of that when you're in the Cascades, because you're looking off to the northeast and you see the Puget Sound, which is like a very, like, you've probably seen it at this point. It's a very deep blue. It's like a very pretty color of water. And then off to your west, you have the mountains, and like any time of year, they still have snow caps on the top. And then just everything else is just this insane fucking vivid green from how much it rains. And that's just like, I think that's the best drive on the planet. I've never seen anything I liked more. And the roads are windy and they're hilly and they're fun.
Yeah. I am so ready for these gorilla 2v2s.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be
I think this is a nice christening for. Cause it's gonna be fucking awesome. It really is. It's gonna be great. Which we'll figure out. I think for posterity, this we're at right over an hour. I think it's a good. I think we're at a good stopping point. Don't you think?
I think we are. Yes, sir.
All right. What are we going as far as ratings?
Let me finish it. I'll let you know.
I finished. Mine was too good not to finish.
Okay. Quantum Hugs. B-.
Ooh.
Raving Loop Computer Music. B-. They were both good. They were solidly
All right. Bowie Beer Cove, is your real name. Taller Bowie. B+. Above average. Good beer. Maybe
Very
a B.
nice.
Maybe a C. But I'm comfortable giving you a B+. So Oregon, don't treat me wrong when I go visit you later.
Good job,
Oregon.
Oregon.
I'll take that shit away. I'll take that B+ away. But this one, my boys in Dallas, Texas, Celestial Beer Works, technical skill set. This is an A. You made me nostalgic and miss home very quickly. Fantastic beer. You're amazing.
Big Tex forever.
What's our closing statements for this episode? Big Tex forever.
Tex forever.
You just watched not a clip, an episode. You just watched an episode of the Two Bears podcast. If you like what you saw, when you've watched it with your peepers on YouTube or Rumbo, you can, like, subscribe, and all the stuff, and the bell icons, and leave a comment because we need it. We're desperate. If you listen to it on Spotify, leave us a review. We're dying out here without them. We need them. Please help.